The Ford Mustang SVT Cobra! Not one of the fast ones. Because if you're not a 7-liter 60s legend or backing 400 factory supercharged horsepower, you are a Cobra poser! But that works out great for us poors because that means you can get a 305 horsepower muscle car for under 10K.
It's an investment too, with its naturally aspirated high-revving V8 mated to a rear-wheel drive chassis equipped solely with a manual trans, plus ties to the late Mr. Shelby himself and the now quasi-existing SVT Skunk Works. How could it not go up in value, is what I tell my wife.
Although not by much, because the chassis, interior, and transmission all kind of blow.
For instance, this Cobra is 18 years old, but some parts of its chassis predate the cell phone.
Even with all these aftermarket parts, the Ford feels ancient compared to the likes of a Mark V GTI. But the GTI's got nothing on the SVT's factory-equipped fist-sized wheel gap. On the inside, the design is great, something missing from a lot of modern cars. But it's full of more plastic than the Pacific Ocean. Oh, my 95 Explorer had better build quality inside.
And then there's the transmission, which eats synchros like I eat pudding. Luckily, late model Mustangs go together like Legos, so I just bolted up the 6-speed from an 03 Cobra. No matter the year though, all Mustang transmissions are notchy as hell. But that's alright, because I don't really want a shifter that feels like the plunger of a butter churn full of Astroglide.
I want a transmission the military might have considered using in tanks.
Does anybody get that reference?
That 6th gear comes in handy too, since the stock 327 final drive has been replaced with a 430, a necessity with this motor's peaky power curve, and because don't fear the gear, bro! She'll do about 16 miles per gallon in the city, which is fine as long as you don't mind making the ghosts of future children cry over all the dinosaur remains you're desecrating. I couldn't take it, so I bought a Miata. But I will not sell this car. It's too fun. In modern cars, there's no spontaneity left. You're all, ooh, look at this sweet turn coming up, I'ma drift it! I just gotta put it in sport mode. No, I'm home. Not so in the Cobra. You can have all the casual and spontaneous power slides you want.
Even after 130,000 miles of doing things like this, not to mention a full 8 months at the hands of a 19-year-old, it continues to thrill.
Is it better bang for your buck than an $1,800 Miata or the likes of an S2000?
No. But you should watch the next episode anyways.
Bitch.